And this episode of Hat Trick Hockey is brought to you by our good friends over at Claru and Son Roofing. These guys are the kings of roofing, Tristan, like we say, the kings of roofing. These
Mhm.
guys last summer alone, over 25,000 bundles of shingles done. They're fully insured. They offer free estimates. The work they do is incredible, and they always get the job done right the first time. So be sure to hit up the boys over at Claru and Son Roofing because, like we always say, when you want your roof done, call Claru and Son, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No time. Woo, woo. And what is going on, everybody? Here we are. Boys are back again. Episode 150 of Hat Trick Hockey, which is always brought to you by our good friends over at GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat Trick Hockey. If you like all the HTH swag and everything, just smash the link on the post. It'll bring you straight into our merch store for you to collect all of your sweet HTH merch.
Mm-hmm.
And here, as always, with my buddy Tristan. What's up, dude?
Nothing much. Sorry, everyone, I'm not wearing any Hat Trick Hockey merch tonight. But if you
Tisk
want
tisk.
this, you're gonna have to win it. This is a volleyball fanshawe overkill tournament shirt that I won back in 2019, which is crazy. It's already 4 years. I'm pretty sure it was right on this weekend that I won this, and we ended up beating the AAA team that won OFSA Gold in the finals. So
Not a
not too
big deal.
shabby, but only the best high school team in Ontario for one weekend. But anyway,
Humble brag.
yeah, I was on the bench for most of it anyway, so we had a stacked roster. So, but coming back to the world of hockey, I'm happy because the Wings are doing good and the Threes are doing good. That's two things that matter in life right now, outside of school. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. I hear you. Just back to work now. Um, Slow week there.
Did I just say the Wings and the Threes or the Wings and the Leafs?
I think you said wings and threes. I think you're good.
Okay, good. For a second there, I just
He's
had my
doubting
life flash
himself.
before my eyes, and I thought I was
Uh,
going to get canceled. But anyway,
yeah. So hopefully everybody had a good Halloween.
yes, yeah.
It
Happy
was
belated Halloween to
it was
everyone.
fucking freezing too.
Very
Like that
cold.
was it
Yep.
was cold. We were out with the kids. Ethan, obviously, he dresses as a hockey player.
Yep.
Went to the threes game in his gear, everything. Speaking of like kind of the hockey, like it's a reality now, man. It is
Yes,
a
sir.
reality. I love it. So we have a hockey team now,
Yep.
which is good. We are so we play Thursday nights against the Sailors out in Harrow there. So we're gonna get them like probably once or twice a month roughly, and then we play a tournament at the end of the year. So it's a nice little start. I think next year we're gonna do the white with the red with the letters on the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
chest.
like that. I like that. For
So
anyone who's curious, by the way, Anthony just showed his hat trick hockey jersey. Obviously,
yeah,
we have some
yeah,
who are strictly listeners, so
yeah,
that's what the intermission in
yeah,
his voice was,
and
but
they're red with
very
white.
sharp, very sharp.
So those will look good. Boys will be buzzing in those tomorrow. So
Yeah. Oh, it's you know what? Isn't it just so much fun to kind of be back and I'm probably gonna get torn apart for this or not really because people don't usually comment, but please do if feel free. They're there for a reason. But the fall is honestly like autumn is my favorite season.
is it?
Yeah, I just like the vibes of it, man. Like it's so homey, you know? Like you sit down, you're coming into winter, but you've got all the beautiful colors showing. Like especially I got to give props to the University of Windsor. We might not be top of the line for anything else, but when it comes to our
Mm.
actual like campus and just the layout of all the trees they've planted, it's beautiful, especially in
Mm.
fall. Like walking down the corridor to get to whatever I'm in the same building the whole day. It's just terrific sights, like so vibrant.
Yeah. You want to know what's a pain in the ass though?
What?
Breaking those fucking leaves.
I don't rake leaves.
Hey, what do you guys do? Mulch them?
No, we just leave them.
Do
No pun
you?
intended.
I
Uh,
just mulch. I just mulch them. Gone.
I mean, my dad just kind of we've got a great big maple tree in our front yard, so their leaves are gonna keep falling until there's none left. It's kind of pointless to rake them.
Have you seen how many trees I have in my backyard?
Yeah, I know. Well,
It's
here's the thing. Here's my
ridiculous,
philosophy
dude.
on that. For anyone who's curious, it's gonna be winter soon anyway.
Mhm. Fair enough.
Snow's gonna
Yeah.
cover it up
Yeah, but
eventually.
then it sucks in the spring when you go to like cut your grass for the first time and shit like that. It's a mess, dude.
It dissipates.
That's why I just mulch them,
Fair
and it's
enough.
just little teeny tiny pieces.
Yeah.
So should we hop into her here?
Yeah,
So
I
let's
think now's as good as time as any.
so before we kind of get into anything, um, Sylvain Lessard.
Yeah.
Uh, I was completely stunned when we heard the horrible news that he had passed, and it I kind of figured something was up because I seen games that were getting canceled. And at first I kind of thought like uh maybe there's something wrong at one of the rinks or something, so they just canceled or whatever. But then I seen another one canceled and another one canceled, and I said to my wife, I said something's wrong. I said this doesn't happen for no reason. And then I seen Lakeshore's post, and I'm telling you, I feel so bad for those guys, for his mom, dad, and like family and teammates, the whole Lakeshore organization. When I wrote on our wall about it, I was in tears writing it, because like I have a son. I just even the thought, like I could not even imagine what those guys are going through. So I reached out to Coach Q. I reached out to him. We had a nice little chat. Jamie Gillett there, good fan of our
Hmm.
show and everything, and he follows our show a lot. And I reached out to him because I know he's with the Lakeshore organization as well. We just want to let everybody know that we're here for you guys. We love you guys, and like I just anything we can do, just reach out. Seriously, do not hesitate.
Yeah, I'm obviously, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to state where the source came from, but information travels quick,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when you know people. And I was privy to the information of Sly's passing pretty early on,
Mm-hmm.
um, in the way things folded, events happened,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very crushing. Like I can't say that I knew him very well as a close friend or anything, but he was definitely an acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
I'd seen him around different events. I knew him from Lesueur High School. I played against him in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my cousin knew him pretty well. She went to the same high school as him, and it really sucks because you always hear it's the person who always brought a smile to others' faces,
Mm-hmm.
was just a good human being and a good teammate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a daunting reality that this is a world that we live in where this happens, and it's not just a faraway news event, it's someone you know.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like you said, for the players who know him personally and as a friend, like I feel for them. And
Mm-hmm.
I just try to put myself in their shoes and just try and understand what they're going through, but you can't. And I just honestly, I just prayed for those people and his family, just that they're comforted in this time because it's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation like this, you're supposed to mourn and appreciate the person for who they were and all that they did, and the person that they can inspire you to become.
Mm-hmm.
Because according to everyone, Sly was just as good as they come,
Yeah, of course.
and he will definitely be missed
Mm-hmm.
by all of Windsor Essex County and everyone's life that he touched.
Mm-hmm.
So, our condolences to his family and friends, teammates, uh, just everyone. So I know he worked in the power line technician program.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all of his classmates and peers and all of his buddies from that program, they're missing a friend and a coworker and peer. And I just can't imagine. Like it rocked me when I
Mm-hmm.
heard it because I was in a discussion literally the night before about the fact that he had been traded. with my good friend Tyler Fleming, who uh, I've already spoken to and offered my condolences to, but he played with him on Wheatley.
Mhm.
And it's just like, it knocked me right out of my seat when I found out. And I just, I've said all I have to say on that situation. And I just wish for peace for the people who they've lost someone and they're never going to get
Mhm.
them back. And at
Mhm.
least in
For
this
sure.
lifetime. And I hope that they can just appreciate all the memories they made with them.
For sure, man. Well said. So yeah, so like I said, all the boys from there, from that squad, Lakeshore, coaching staff, everybody, we're here for you guys. So feel free to
Hmm.
reach out. Uh, while we're kind of on a shitty note, we'll just get it all kind of over with now. Mr. Johnson,
Yeah, Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson. So looked like there was it was like a hit, like right at the blue line, I want to say.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch it. I've just had people kind of describe, and the way it sounded
I
like
watched it.
he got kind of turned around. Like,
It
can you
it
kind of
so
fill us in how?
what exactly happened? And it's I don't encourage anyone to watch it. I don't
No,
even know why I did. It's very graphic, and if you're like a young individual or even anyone who's
just
sensitive to
don't
content
watch
like
it.
that, don't watch it. And I was honestly, generally, I'm pretty good with stuff like that, but it hits different when you know the person ended up passing away.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, what happened was, like you said, it's just inside the blue line or just past it. Um, what happened was there was a hip check thrown, and the player who got clipped by the hip check did a spin in the air, like you know those ones where
Yeah.
it's
So the
hip to
skates
hip,
just
like a hip to hip, almost like a
so
knee on knee.
so it's
But his
almost like a
momentum
roundhouse
completely
kick.
flipped. It was like a spinning back kick,
Yeah.
and his skate blade went directly like into the jugular of Adam Johnson, and it's just immediately drops to the ice, and yeah, so
You
it
can
goes a
imagine what
large.
happens from
You
there.
could obviously see, and I'm not going to describe it because I don't want to offend anyone, but it was
Yeah.
obvious that he was hurt very bad very quickly. If anyone remembers Clint Malarchuk, it was the exact same scene, and
Richard Zetnick too.
yeah,
Remember him?
that's right. And he immediately he tries to stand up and get off the ice, and that's where the video cuts off. But as we know now, he succumbed to his injuries,
Mhm.
obviously because of massive blood loss due to it being in a area where there's an artery. And it once again, as I said, it makes you take a reality check and say this stuff happens. We don't live in a perfect world,
Mhm.
and safety needs to come first when it comes to hockey, especially. Like my mom gets scared every time we watch a game, and I just kind of think like, Mom, the odds of that happening are like zero to
Mhm.
slim because she'll see two guys go in a corner and one guy gets pushed to his knee, and she's like,
Yeah.
"There's a lot of skates in there," and I'm like, "It's no big deal," but it is a big deal as we just saw. I believe it was an EIHL game.
Yeah. It was over in
Nottingham
England. Yeah. It
was
was
the
over
team he played for, and it was just
Nottingham
like
Panthers.
freak accident, obviously, but it makes you think. And I know you can speak to this personally because you just wrote, I saw online a
Mhm.
comment, and it comes down to, once again, the safety precautions. You know, goalies will wear the plastic cover neck guards. Players in junior C, it's mandatory,
Yeah.
has been, to wear one of those ring neck guards, almost like a
Mhm.
choker.
Yeah.
That's there for a reason. I, but to be fair in this situation and for safety of individuals, I highly recommend that. I don't personally play hockey at any form of
Yeah.
competitive level, but why not take the safety precaution? Who cares if it wrecks your steez or, oh, I don't look that cool?
You don't have good riz when you're on the ice, okay? Don't worry about look after your neck, people. You're skating on fucking razor blades,
Yeah,
okay?
literally. Like
Think about that.
as sharp as it gets. Like you could literally cut through your fingernail, like shave it off.
Yeah.
It's so sharp.
So the comment you were referring to was me writing on Bob Murray's post because he had posted something about the WHL as of Friday has a mandatory neck guard rule, which is a
Yep.
good rule. I think
Yes.
eventually you're probably going to see it everywhere, even in the pros. I think you will see it
I
eventually.
think it is mandatory in some pro leagues. I think
Yeah,
Finland might have it as a mandatory
but I
thing.
mean the NHL.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, to me, that's one piece of equipment that should be mandatory. So
100%.
what I was trying to kind of get at is the comment that I wrote on Bob Murray's thing was when I woke up Sunday morning and I had heard that he had passed. And I just got thinking like that's a freak accident that could be, you know what I mean? And then I get thinking, I'm like, I don't wear a neck guard. I don't wear anything even close to my neck.
Yeah.
And so I ordered a Kevlar long sleeve shirt with a built-in neck guard. So
Perfect.
me from the waist up, I'm gonna be cut resistant
Yeah.
from the waist up. So
I will say just the way um just the way for anyone who's curious, by the way, I have
yeah,
Play-Doh in my hand,
just play it out.
just fiddling around with it.
Yeah.
But just the way that the skate came out his throat, I don't even know if a neck guard would have done any good. But that's not to
Mhm.
take away from the fact that yeah, we still urge everyone to wear them for obvious reasons,
Yeah,
in lieu of this recent very sad news. So yeah,
it's crazy, man. Let's get
yeah,
into some shit that we're gonna like want to talk about here, okay?
yeah. And before we do, I just want to close that. Thank you to all the wonderful people of Essex who did
Yes.
reach out about or just all the people in general who reached out and all the teams in the PJHL,
Yes.
uh, offering the condolences for the loss of Sylvain and just the terrific response to the event
Mm-hmm.
that we saw from people and the care that we know our town and others provide.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all the players who honored him in all the pregame ceremonies, be it between Essex, Amherstburg, Lakeshore, Wheatley, any one of those four. When you take a knee and do that moment of silence, it means a lot to not only themselves, but to the people around, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows that he really did matter to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
So
thank you
yeah.
to everyone.
Yeah, so last night was our first home game since it happened. So our
Yep.
boys wanted to do something on our home ice, which is a
Yep.
great idea and should have happened anyway. So it was without a question going down. So good
Mm-hmm.
on everybody, good on the league, good on all the teams around the league. Just the way everybody, like you said, the way everybody was with it was just perfect. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of nice to see that we may be rivals on the ice, but off the ice, hockey's one big family, and that
Yeah.
exactly what showed it. So good on everybody for that for sure.
Yep.
On the upswing,
Yep.
we're fucking buzzing right now. So we're what 14-0 now, I think,
Yeah, casually.
casually. So
We're
boys
first in the league,
are
last team without any ties or losses, so that's nice.
yeah, eh?
Yeah, not too bad. I think we have like, I don't know, 105 goals for and like 19 against or something like that.
I believe it's 101 and 17 is
Okay.
what it is.
Well, I think it's
But
the same
but still,
difference, quite
but
literally, but
still. Uh we do have Lakeshore Friday night in Lakeshore, I believe, so that
yeah.
will be a good one. I'm sure. I think last time we were in Lakeshore, there was a couple scraps. It was like close game. So I like those games, man. And I'm
Man,
telling you
we're
right now, Lakeshore is going to be coming out. They're going to be coming out humming too. So look out. Don't
yeah.
sleep on Lakeshore. I'll
No, don't
tell you
sleep on
that.
Lakeshore.
So I'll tell you
Like
that.
they very well I obviously we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but really
Mm-hmm.
it appears that it's them and Wheatley are the
Mm-hmm.
only ones who can even come close to touching the 73s.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know Blenheim technically is in second,
Yeah.
but it was pretty one-sided in the game that they played together. Like
Mm-hmm.
I understand Blenheim operates with a very, very efficient first line.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Ewald playing with Darby Lemieux and Tate Bowden.
Yeah.
They're large men.
No shit. What did I say to you? I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, I
These guys
told you they're
skated out,
just like the Legion
these
of
guys
Doom.
skated out on the ice. I'm like, oh my God.
John LeClaire and Eric Lindros.
Yeah.
And who was the last of those three guys?
Wasn't it Racky? Was it Racky?
There was a guy before. I feel like we've talked about this before on this show. There was a Swedish guy.
Hold on,
One
I'm gonna
sec.
look it up. Go ahead, keep talking.
All right, but anyway, yeah, it really only seems like Lakeshore is the only one who's going to come close. They had a couple close games. I think it was we won. Was it 4-1 and 2-1? Are our wins over Lakeshore currently?
Michael Renberg is the other guy you're thinking of.
Michael Renberg.
Yeah.
That's who it was. I knew it was. I knew it was a Swede.
Yeah. But
He might
yeah,
be.
man,
Yeah, he's
those
Swedish.
boys are, and they do some thumping, man. They
Is that Michael? Just curious. Is Michael spelled with a K?
killing me, kid. Hold on, let me see. Should still have it up on the Googler. Mikeal.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, look at
Okay,
you go. You're buzzing
Mikael.
tonight. Buzzing
Michael
tonight.
Renberg. Yeah, it's Swedish.
Mhm.
Sweden.
I like it.
Yeah, but yeah,
Connor,
the threes are just they're so
Connor,
gross.
welcome back, buddy.
Yeah,
Welcome back. Player of the game last night. He had 1-1. I
yeah,
thought he
good
was
game.
everywhere. He made a couple beautiful passes right into the slot.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was it looked like he was back to his normal self. So Connor, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, it's
Can't wait, man. The
Gabe
boys are
Piccolo.
buzzing.
We're 14 games in. Gabe Piccolo's almost at 30 points. So,
Yeah. Dude, did you see that guy try to hit Kibber there in the middle, like right at the blue
oh,
line?
we got rocked.
I heard the impact. I was like, ooh.
It was
Like,
like running into a ton of bricks.
oh, it was
Holy
a
smokes!
straight to his back.
He
Didn't
got
even hit his
flattened. I
leg.
think I was on Instagram Live at that point. I was catching all the action there.
I know. I was pissed we didn't get it on video because that was a good one. And then I think he got in a fight later on in the game too
Yeah, that was after the
when
hit on
Shirt
Luke
got
Shirt.
hit. Well, that was kind of, that was I don't care what anybody says. That was a cheap shot. It was a
Oh
cheap
yeah,
shot. Cheap
whatever.
shot.
You know what? That's fine. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna hesitate, but
Yeah. No, I know. I already know what you're gonna say before you even say it. So
the scoreboard says what it says.
mhm. No, but I just, I didn't like the hit. Shirky had to leave the
Yeah.
game. I
Oh,
believe
the
he's
the whole
okay
game they
now.
were giving it
I
to
believe he's
Shirk. The
okay. Oh yeah.
goalie tried to go knee to knee with him.
Yeah,
Stuck his leg
I
straight
did
out.
see that too. Okay, now Shirky, I love you. You know I love you. Okay. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. If I had to play against you, I would want to kill you. I would because you
Fair
are
enough.
you are the Brad Marchand of junior C hockey.
Yep.
And I'm
That's
glad that
exactly
we
who he is.
I'm glad that we have you. I've seen you take a drink out of a goalie's water bottle.
That was
I've se-
awesome.
I've
Ethan
seen
Hanley
you
loved that one, eh?
I've seen you just yelling at people, beaking on the ice. I'm telling you, I love the fact that you're with us, Shirky. So, but the hit that was on you, I didn't think it was right.
No.
Suspension worthy, yes,
Yeah.
100%. I think at least a game or two is worthy on that. The hit was in the last 10 minutes of the third period, so I think that may tack on a little more. We
I
are gonna lose Kibber for a game though for that fight that happened after
yeah,
that
because it's
Shirk hit
final 10.
because it
So
was
that means
so
are
we
we
do
gonna
lose
need to
Kibber.
have an AP check in?
Uh,
Or no, McKim. He was out last night.
okay, yeah, he was
So
out
unless he's
last night.
but if he's still injured, I think they might have to do a call up. Maybe it'll be Colin Agnew again.
Okay,
We'll see.
yeah. Well, McKim didn't play the game before either, so he may be hurt.
Okay. But I will say this. What about Kevin McCabe? 3
No,
assists on the season.
no shit. He got 2 last night.
Offensive juggernaut. You got to feel for teams like insert team name here
Mhm.
who are they have less points on the team than a goalie.
Well, he has more ice time. To be fair.
Okay, that's funny. Nice dad joke, but
I
anyway.
know. Hey, I'm a dad, so I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah,
Okay?
well, it wasn't a dad joke as much as it was you being
Was
a
that an
smart
old
aleck, but
joke? Was that an old joke?
no, it's not an old
Are
joke.
you coming at me with
That was a
with
good joke. I
old
like
joke?
it. It was a good one. It was a
He's
good one.
just saying
But
that. Now
anyway,
he's talking shit.
I try not to do that. And when I do it, it's generally pretty good.
Yeah,
But
it is. I will
anyway,
give you that.
No, with regards to the team's performance the other night, it was textbook. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think any team would give anything to walk in there and clap the other team 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we still want to show respect to the other team. I'm sure they put in their best effort. There
Yeah.
we go. That's how I will word that. So no one is getting, and I don't get canceled here.
Yeah. Real quick before we get too far away from the game on Saturday night there, they played in Amherstburg. I
Yes.
want to give a shout out to Josh Courtney, who made 40 saves and was
Yeah.
first star of the game. Essex won 5-2, but I guess I wish I would have went to though, but I guess Josh Courtney stood on his head. So 40 plus saves, that's impressive, man.
Former
So
guest on the show.
yeah, so good on you, Josh. Just to say, we see you. So
Attaboy Courts.
yeah. But yeah, so that was a good one. We played Blenheim the week prior. We got another 4-0. Well, not another 4-0, but yet another shutout.
Yeah.
Seems like everything's just kind of
Smooth
firing
sailing.
on all cylinders. Like
We've got our system and it's been working.
I like that we're fast and heavy. I
Oh,
like
our
that
D,
we hit.
we've got smart defensemen. I'll tell you that Bryce Bello. That kid is.
Yes.
I no offense to anyone else on the threes, and obviously I'm not a professional scout or anything, but I think he's been our best defenseman, and
Yeah,
he's
he's been
16.
great. Yeah, he's been great. You want to know who else has been really good is Jack fucking Bulmer. Bulmer's been he
Oh,
kept
Jack Ballmer, he's been
he
on a
kept
tear.
yeah, he kept a puck in last night that I was like, holy shit. Like I don't know how he kept it in.
Yeah, like if I go right here to the roster and look at points, Jack Ballmer, he rocks number 5, right, as a D
Yes, he
man.
does. Yeah. He flies too,
Okay,
man. He's not scared to hop into the rush.
he is over a point per game
Well,
as a
yeah.
defenseman. 3 goals, 10 assists
Yeah. He's gonna say he's on the I do
in 12 games.
it's like I said, I'm the one who enters in all the goals and shit, and I type his name a lot.
Yes, sir. University
So
of Windsor legend.
yeah, so he's
Him and
humming.
Alex Braddock had a nice goal last night too.
Yes, he did. Who
They're best
came in?
buddies. So
Who comes streaking down the wing there and snapped that one like top corner? Was that
McCracken for 2
was it? That was
cracks.
McCracken. Right?
That's his. He always picks the top shelf.
You got a nice
Always.
fucking view on that one,
I
didn't you?
did. I posted them all to the Instagram. Didn't get an opportunity to put them up on the Facebook page. So anyone who's on the Facebook,
I
get
got to do
Instagram. The world's
a
getting younger.
TikTok too
Yeah,
of the
TikTok too.
highlights.
If you're really young,
So what are you trying to say, man?
I listen, I am on TikTok, but only for.
He does his dances and stuff while he's on there.
Oh no. Don't even. See there. We're not going to touch that nerve because then things get political But anyway, but no. Now you're making me try
Look,
not to say
he's throwing off now. He doesn't even know what to think right
You
now.
knocked me off kilter. No. Definitely useful for entertainment purposes
Mhm.
of a certain demographic. I'm on there.
Mhm.
I upload some fitness stuff if anyone wants to check it out.
Get swole.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm swole, but hey, if you check out my content, I've made some good gains this summer, so
Mhm.
I'm happy. But well, this summer. Now we're in November, so
Me too.
5 months of good training.
I just ate.
I ate too. I went from I was about probably like 158 in Christmas. Obviously, I didn't train. Then I was eating more, so I got up to around 160, and now I'm like right around 175, 176. So we're getting up there, which is nice. My goal is 185 by this time next year, and to be as hard as the floor as you're standing on.
Man, so you'd be 185?
Yeah.
Total? Shit. I can't even think of when the first time I seen one as the first number on the scale.
Listen, I do not have the build of that. I have a light bone frame.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I look small. I got pretty broad shoulders and I'm decently tall enough that.
So you know how there's like Chippendale one, those guys who dance stuff? I'm the Chunkendales.
Oh, that's funny. No, but yeah, anyone listen, I know I sound like a personal trainer, but your fitness journey starts today.
Oh God, here we go.
If you're listen, it starts with commitment. I was a little itty bitty skinny guy, and I just thought, you know what? I've got to stay dedicated because I trained over COVID, got
Mhm.
away from it, lost my gains, and it was like, muscle has memory. So if you were that guy, maybe you're in your 30s now, man, I was big back in the day. Muscle has memory. It's incredible how fast fibers will rebound. Get back in the gym.
I know that's got to be me, dude. I gotta get
Go for it,
because
man. Go for it. I've seen your thighs.
I was going really good before COVID. That sounded super weird, by the way, but it's okay.
That's you know what I mean. You got the good quads. That's all. But anyway.
But I need to like before COVID, I was like in the gym all the time, but then I
Mm.
just COVID hit.
Yeah, that's tough, man. It kind of did the adverse for me. I kind of, you know what I did? I bought I bought a pair of water jugs, which are each about 50 pounds. I
Mhm.
brought them home and I used those. I curled them. So
Oh, did you?
yeah, my buys are like for my body weight. I can move some pretty good weight with arms. But anyway, getting back to the world of hockey. Sorry everyone for that little
Yeah, we're just drifting
distance
off.
fitness journey. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're back here and we'll talk about the NHL. And
Also, hold on real quick. The camera and all that should be going in soon. The prospects game is November 4th, so they wanted everything in by then.
that's
So we'll
Saturday.
see. Yes. So trust me, we can't wait to get on there and do the play-by-play for you
We've
guys.
waited.
Everything. We can't wait. Like seriously, we want to
Yeah.
give you guys a pregame show. We want to give you guys a postgame show.
And it's almost working right out. I believe so. I will get a confirmation sometime at the end of next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I'm going to be able to be on there.
Mm-hmm. I'm
It's almost
trying.
working out pretty for
Mm-hmm.
us in the sense that I think my placement starts right as that happens, and we're going to move to
Mm-hmm.
full online.
I
So
want to.
I hope sorry,
I want to do all three of us on there.
with Brendan.
Yeah, I have
I
Brendan doing
understand
his
Brendan has other
play-by-play.
commitments this year, so I wouldn't pencil him in just yet.
No, but if we
Obviously,
have
I'm
to,
not trying to
then
say he's not going to
no,
be a part of
no,
it. I'm
he's
just saying
going to
that
be. But
it's understandable if he has to take some days off because
yeah, but
he
if
has
he does,
commitments. I
then
think
you just go
is
on
he
play-by-play.
doing Essex 18U team or whatever? Or 17U or something like that?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He is a coach. I know that.
Essex South Point or no, uh Talbot Trailblazers, I think
Okay.
is what they're called now.
All right.
But good luck to him with that. That's a nice little business venture.
For sure.
Get into coaching like his pap.
So
Right
yeah,
on.
so you'll have um Jonesy some night on the call. The nights that Jonesy's not on the call, it's probably going to be you on the call with me on
Yeah.
color. But I'm going to see if there's a night where all three of us are there. I want to try to get all three of us on there, kind of
That'd be fine and dandy with me, man.
like, you know what I mean? I'm going to probably sit back and say the least with you guys on. I'll kind of chime in here and there, but I'm going to try to get it to where there's all three of us because I think between us three, nobody knows the team better than us three. Well, obviously, besides like Mike and coaches and stuff. But I
Oh
mean,
yeah, for sure.
outside of that, nobody knows this team better than us three. So that's why I think it would be good and beneficial for everybody and more entertaining for everybody if we can have all three of us on there. So that's what I'm
I'd
trying.
love to have all three of us on there. I
Oh,
We'll see how it all plays out. But
that's what I'm trying to do. We'll see what we got for equipment and what we're kind of working with.
yeah.
But either way, you're going to get all three of us on. We're going to do a pre-recorded to remind everybody. We're going to do a pre-recorded pregame show. We're going to probably do it just for the home games.
Mm-hmm.
So every Tuesday during the day, we'll drop like a 15-minute kind of show just to let you guys know what's going on for the game, if there's anything going on at the game. We're going to try to get it who's in, who's out, like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Best
game
as we
time
can.
decision, but we'll
Yeah.
see how we can do with
Yeah.
that.
So we'll see. We're going to see whatever we can get. Any info that we can get to you guys about that game, we're going to get it to you. Let's put it that way.
100%. But to continue, back into the NHL. I'm going to explain
Let's
this
do it.
whole situation because it's kind of confusing. So, the situation in Ottawa,
Fuck.
we're gonna, yeah, they're a dumpster fire right now. I don't even think they're 500. They're second last in the division. They're obviously we're only 10 games in, but they unfortunately tried to trade. I don't know if you're really tapped into the NHL, you might remember this. General public, maybe not, but Anaheim had a trade arranged with the Senators to get Evgeny Dadonov. However, they did not seem to check, or they knew and tried to bypass the league that Anaheim was on his no trade list. Therefore, the trade was a grand waste of the league's time trying to rectify whether or not the salaries are right and all this. They were going to trade him to his no trade team. That's right in his contract. That's violation of contract rules and NHL rules and the NHLPA. So, as a consequence of that, Ottawa now has to forfeit. Obviously, it's their choice, but it's going to stink any way you shake it. They have to forfeit either their pick in 2024, which is this year, 2025, or 2026. Yikes, that stinks. And that's a first round pick they're giving up for nothing in air. And obviously, in direct response to that, Pierre Dorian out the door. Bye-bye. Fired today. Or relieved of his duty. I don't know. They made some kind of a BS statement about it. Anyway, he's gone, fired. And they hire Steos, former player, in his place.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Steve Steos, right?
Yep. Very good choice, I think, for the time being. But there are also rumors looming that Peter Chiarelli may make a return. And oh boy, what kind of a... First thing you're going to see is Tim Stützle has been traded.
Oh my.
Like,
Hopefully
dude,
not.
if anyone remembers, which a lot of people do, especially if they were tracking Taylor Hall's career, the Taylor Hall trade for Adam Larson 1-for-1, that's a tough one. Or instead of drafting like Kyle Connor or Dylan Larkin or someone like that, Matt Barzal, he drafted Griffin Reinhart.
Ouch.
That one stings. Actually, no, he traded the pick. That's what it was. The pick that became Barzal, he traded to the Islanders for Griffin Reinhart, who was poised to be a bust, and he became one. Like, what a terrible asset management. Also, he also signed Lucic in Edmonton to that terrible deal, which handcuffed them for like 3 years.
Yeah. What the hell's he thinking?
I don't know. The only good trade I think he made was the James Neal for Lucic deal, which worked out for a little time. The real deal.
The real deal,
Playing?
James Neal.
Does he still play? In like the minors or something?
I don't think so, no.
I'm gonna look that up. Here, you keep the discussion going. What are your thoughts on that whole Ottawa situation?
Do the crime, do the time, baby. What else is there to say about it? You hit everything kind of right on the head.
Pierre Dorian has a bad track record.
My question is, do they get to choose one of the 3 years that they have to give up the first rounder, or is that first rounder? Or
I said that
years?
They have to pick one.
Okay, so if that was you, which one are you doing?
Probably, I would hope the latest 2026, because that's probably when their team's in the prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the lowest pick.
Won't hurt as much, or do you just say fuck it this time around and then it's done and over?
This year's a good draft, and they look like crap this year.
You could say shit. You're allowed to say shit on the show.
I know I'm allowed, but I don't allow myself, or I try not to.
Don't worry, I swear enough for both of us. Okay.
You carry. Way to carry the team, man. I love it.
Hey, high off the glass here, kid. That's you know how I do it. But yeah, I would personally. Then yeah,
this year's going to be a good draft, though.
If this class is good, then I'd probably do the last one too. I'd probably do 2026.
all the classes are good coming up. All of them
Mhm.
are. That's the thing. You're like, but no.
But it
If they're
also
having,
gives you 2 years to kind of mold your team a little bit more too.
they're gonna be better, or they should be. If not, it's just a
Mhm.
botched rebuild. But yeah, and you know what's kind of ridiculous? Here's something I also want to bring up. I was talking with my buddy Sam about this. Shout out Sam.
Mhm.
But isn't it so stupid that for doing that, they have to forfeit a first, but Chicago literally had sexual, like the team full on
Mhm.
admitted to the allowance of a
Yeah, that.
sexual assault
Yeah.
in covering it up, and then they get Connor Bedard. What a
How are
joke.
you?
Yeah, guess what, Gary Bettman? You're a bum.
Oh, well, we all knew that.
Well, honestly, I was kind of a supporter of him because if you look at his track record, he's done a lot for the league,
Mhm.
but come on.
He's been around for 150 years though. Like it's,
I know, and he's only like 4'11". It makes me mad. But anyway, I don't have a vendetta against short people. It's just I don't like Gary Bettman. No offense.
that's funny. Oh, also to Nicholas Backstrom stepping away. Eh?
Yeah, I
Did you
seen that.
see
He's
that?
kind of pulling a John Taves.
He said something about my ongoing injury situation with his left hip.
Yeah, his meniscus has always been messed up. That's gone back a long time. Like I remember being a kid and he'd always get hurt.
That's
He'd
like
play 50
Ovi's
games
right
and then he'd
hand
be out.
man.
What?
That's like Ovi's right hand man, is it not?
Yeah, but he's got his friend who loves a certain substance there, Evgeny Kuznetsov,
Oh boy. Yeah.
the Russian, the Birdman. That's what it was. But also, I just want your quick opinion. His shootout goal that he's famous for, that he does like every time. What are your thoughts on that?
On
When he
whose?
comes in real slow,
Oh, when they go in like super, super slow like
he
that,
does that. That's his move. He goes backhand, forehand, but he's going literally like,
it's crawling.
yeah.
Here's the thing: as much as we all hate it, love it, whatever, as long as the puck is making forward progress, he can do whatever the hell he wants. Like that's the only thing, right? And
Should there be a time limit though?
kind of like a shot clock.
Yeah, like you have 10 seconds to put that puck in the net.
I would say maybe 15 might be a little better, but
Well, it's probably right at 15. I'd say he puts that in. But think about it. It takes you about 4 seconds to get from there to within good shooting scoring range, right?
yeah.
I'd say 10 seconds or maybe 12 seconds, something like that. But like 15 to 20 seconds, that's why he trickles right
Do
in.
you want to know the craziest thing about when you're taking one of those penalty shots? Like
What?
I've had to take one and I've had to do it in shootouts and I've had to do it on a shot, like on a penalty shot. You never know what you're gonna do until you get like right in there. Like
And then you're like, oh, shoot.
whether you're gonna shoot or deke, you don't know until you like as much as everybody says, like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. No, you don't.
What is the coldest goal that you can score? Like, what do you think would be the nastiest thing you could do?
For like me in a beer league, like if for
Just
someone
like,
scored
well,
in
no,
a beer
in
league,
general, like if you're in a shootout, like if a guy does this, you're
through
like,
through the
ew.
legs is nasty when you shoot through your legs.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty. Um, I have done that once. It was in a beer league, and I did it, and I skated by the other team's bench, and the guy told me he was going to step on me with his skate. So that was a good
There you
one,
go.
but
Nice little friendly conversation.
yeah, but yeah,
Extracurricular
I think
activity.
shooting through the legs or that one where you just let the puck slide and you make a move and the puck just goes in the
The
net, and
no
then
deke.
yeah,
That's Nikita Kucherov.
that's a pretty dirty one too.
I will say, personally, I think if a guy just like Claude Giroux used to do this, like full tilt skates in and then rips an absolute clap bomb.
From like the hash marks.
Yeah. Like, or you just come in and then like go on your outside edges and rip a like backhander bar down.
Yeah,
Just
I
like ting short side.
my
And the goalie
backhand's
goes
not
like
that
this
good.
with his blocker and misses it. And then he looks up and it's just like, that's gross. Like you have like 4 inches to put it in, you backhand it, bar down.
I never had a good backhander.
I got a sinister backhander. I've watched Dennis Gurianov. No, I'm kidding. I try to, but go online and look up Dennis Gurianov goal highlights. He's got some of the nastiest goals ever. Now he's playing in like the minors. I feel bad for the guy. He just does no defense. He's a defensive black hole. But
Mm. What else we got,
the
dog?
Wings,
Wings, yeah. All right.
big comeback. They're now 6-3-1,
Yeah.
good enough for second in the Atlantic Division and fifth in the entire league. Let's go, baby. There got
Yeah.
a bit of a slide there. They lost to Boston and someone else who wasn't that good.
Yeah, now you're gonna make me look it up, aren't you? Hold on here. Luckily,
Uh,
I'm already in the NHL app.
One sec. Who was that they lost to?
I'm gonna look that up right now. Scores.
Winnipeg. That's who it was. The Jets.
Was it the Jets?
Yeah, it was the Jets. They blew a lead. But and then Boston was just a terrible game. Also, I just want to say how much I despise Jack Edwards as an announcer. Oh my lord.
Yeah, they got to get him off the air.
Dude, he doesn't even talk when the Red Wings have the puck or the opposing team. He doesn't know their players. He
Mm.
called Lucas Raymond Mason Raymond. Like Mason Raymond retired like 10 years ago,
It's
buddy.
because he's all fucking ripped on the fucking hippie
Dude,
lettuce. That's
he
why.
he's sitting up there. He only like makes calls every 10 seconds. He'll be like, "Here's Pasternak
I
down
I
the right boards.
I heard he.
And he scores.
I
David Pasternak." Like, bro. And then he'll be like, "Red Wings, dump it in."
I heard he asked
Like
the
he just
one.
gets silent for like 10 seconds and you're like, "Is this the play-by-play or like some old guy got the mic?" Like,
I heard when they go on the road, he's got to stay on the opposite side of where all the freaking guys stays because he's always ripping Jays while he's out and about.
where do you hear all this stuff?
Just saying.
You make it seem like every single one of these guys is just up here hooting and hollering with Snoop Dogg. All the like GMs and stuff. You're like,
Dude,
"Hey, man."
do you know how many guys in the NHL literally smoke weed?
A lot. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying
Like
to say that's a
more
falsehood.
than
I'm
we
just
think.
saying,
It would shock you
like
because
Stevie Y.
now because
Stevie Y with the
The NHL doesn't test for it.
no. Stevie Y asked
So
Kirby Doc, "Hey, you ever
yeah,
smoke weed?"
yeah,
Kirby Doc's like, "What?"
no.
He's like, "Oh, really? Your friend told me to smoke pot."
I know Stevie's fucking like
I would give anything to have a conversation with Steve Eiserman. Like, that is like my dream. Well, I got bigger dreams than that, but Steve Eiserman is like the hockey ultimate for me. Like, the guy's got a brilliant mind. He was the best player of his era, top three. Like, what is it? Wayne Gretzky. Uh,
Mario.
who would have been? Well, Mario's a bit later. I'd say like mid '80s. Who?
Like, wouldn't Wendell Clark be in there somewhere too? But he
I
was
guess
never.
so, but like, was he really ever putting up 150-point season like Stevie Y?
No, but he was probably doing around 100 and scrapping all the time. That's pretty good.
I want to say, oh, I'm gonna look this up now. This could be the trivia question of the day.
Okay, well, ask first and then look it up.
So here's the question: who, aside from Wayne Gretzky, has had the second highest point total in a season? I want to say it is Steve Eiserman. I'm about
What
to look
years are
this
we
up.
talking? Just in general?
All time. I'm gonna say it's gonna be him. Oh no, I think Lemieux. Actually, now that I think about it, Lemieux and Yager would be up
Yeah.
there.
You want to know who else I thought that
It'll be
might
close
be
though.
one who I thought might be a dark horse? What about Bossy?
No, Bossy for goals. Now
But I mean
Mike
for
Bossy
the
had like 67 goals a couple times. He
no,
was
but I
crazy.
mean for the points per game for the amount of time that he played because I know his
Oh, points per
career.
game. That's different. I'm saying total points in the season.
Oh fuck. Besides Gretzky, I'd
Because then
probably
points
say
per game, you'd have to
Mario.
get into the nitty gritty of, oh, well, this guy played 2 games and he had 9 points. Like, no, that's not.
Can
But
I throw out another dark horse?
okay.
Bernie Nichols.
Bernie Nichols. Wow. Okay, yeah. So it's the top 14 seasons of all time are Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux.
All 14.
Yeah, but aside from them,
Who's the first one that's not Mario or Wayne?
Steve Yzerman,
There you go. So you were right.
1988, he had 80 games played. He had 65 goals and 90 assists for 155 points.
Is Bernie on there at all?
Yep. Then it goes McDavid, Esposito,
Ooh.
and Bernie Nichols, and
So
Jaromir Jagr.
okay, so that doesn't make me feel as bad knowing that now he was on the list.
Patty LaFontaine had 148 points one time too.
Was Bossy on that list too?
Yes, sir. He's at 20 with 147.
Still, both guys I said on the list.
Adam Oates, 142 points.
Is that when he was with Boston or Detroit? Washington. Who
I
was he
don't know.
with? He
It
was
was
with St. Louis. He was with too at a point in time.
it was 92, 93.
I'm gonna say St. Louis.
Nope, Sabres.
Okay, yeah, Buffalo.
Would they have had who would they have even had on that roster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gilbert Perreault. Would he have been playing there then?
Possibly, yeah.
Or was that earlier? Might have been earlier. Anyway, moving right along. There you go. You got to learn some stuff, everybody. Once more, I'm gonna do Tristan's trivia corner of the day.
Oh, here we go.
Wonderful.
This is
Look.
where Tristan makes me look like a complete amateur. We should always kind of end the show like this.
Yeah, I love it.
Tristan's trivia.
Here's a trivia question, and everyone's gonna love this player because of remembering their name, likely, hopefully. Who was the first ever player? So everyone knows and loves the Winnipeg Jets. Not really. They're kind of their fan base is faltering. They might be relocated. So let's go back a bit to when they were formerly the Atlanta Thrashers.
Okay.
Who is the first player acquired by the Atlanta Thrashers on June 18th of 1999 prior to the draft for future considerations? This person would go on to
Danny
be
Heatley.
drafted in the same year as a first overall pick, Patrick Stefan.
Ooh.
Any guesses? You want a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a goaltender.
Very well known, obviously.
Somewhat. You'll remember the name when I say it.
Oh, is this going to be one of those names on you like, oh, I remember him? Is it going to be one of those? Trying to think who played net for them.
He's a pretty decent goalie.
Did he play in Philly at a point in time of his career?
I don't know. I don't really remember this player, but I know the name. Like I said,
Is he Russian?
No. He is an American. He played for, in his career, he played for the Leafs, Sens, and Thrashers. Pretty good goalie.
Leafs, Sens, and Thrashers.
In that order.
I don't know, man. You got me.
Your brother would probably know this.
Drew probably would, being a Senators guy, but yeah.
Damian Rhodes.
Oh, I know the name, but I would have never thought about that.
Okay, yeah, well, you learn something new every day. So everyone, go on Hockey DB or Elite Prospects, have a look at Damian Rhodes' career. He could be your player of the day. Just go check him out. My voice is like crackling right now. We made it though. I think that concludes just most of the generalized news from the hockey world.
Yeah.
Up to this point. I'm not going to try and lay anyone on with any small intricacies of specific games. Aside from, though, I will say the Wings had a nice comeback the other night. They were down 2-0, came back 1-4-3 in OT. We're sitting pretty, back in second place, fifth in the whole league. I'll take it.
We're gonna start hammering out some threes interviews too. We got to start doing
Yes,
that.
we say this all the
I
time,
know.
but
We're so freaking busy right now. We need to. I think though.
yeah,
I think we should
school
do it.
is nuts.
I think we should do it in person.
I'd love to do it in person. We know the setup.
I got the studio right here, man.
Yes, sir.
I got
It's a
lights.
beautiful
I
basement for
got
anyone who's wondering.
cameras. I got microphones. I got a washroom. I got a fridge full of whatever kind of beverage you want. Yeah.
Pepsi for this guy, but
I have Pepsi. I have water. I have Gatorade. I have whiskey. I have vodka. I have beer.
here you go.
Multiple,
You got a whole itinerary.
multiple kinds of beer.
But yeah, honestly, I'm fresh
so
out
be
of
sure everybody,
news.
the threes are in Lakeshore on Friday night, November
Yep.
3rd. I believe puck drop is 7:00. So be sure to check that out it's Atlas Tube Center, right?
Yes, 100%. And everyone, if shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Rival
You
game.
interrupted my thinking.
Yeah, rival game.
No, I was gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna use my little trope I always write on every 73s post. Be loud, wear orange, and go 3s. Right?
Yeah,
Show
definitely.
some represent.
Yeah, so after Friday too, the threes will be home again on Tuesday night, November 7th. They welcome in the Amherstburg Admirals. So the Addies will be in on Tuesday night.
Okay.
So puck drop for that game will be 7:00 as well. So hopefully we're on PJHL TV then. And hopefully we can bring you the game. So
yeah, there'd be a lot of talking being done.
Yeah. So
So
everybody be sure to follow us on. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, TikTok,
100%.
TikTok for all of your 73s highlights. So any videos that we get,
and the 73s page.
Yes, and the 73s page, we do put it up there as well. So yeah, buckle up everybody, because it's gonna be, we're ramping up, we're getting ready. So you're gonna get tons of 73s content coming up. So we're excited for that. So
let's go.
But until next week, we're out of here. So see you guys.
Peace out. Have a great rest of the week.
I've lost my fight with time. My numbers up and up the line. I gaze at the darkness, so empty, just looking for the light. Shout for help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand, someone who cares. All alone in the darkness, I've realized for the first time I am scared. If I could do it all again, if I had one more chance, my friend, I would rewrite all my wrongs. I would find where I belong. I got lost along the way. I had so much more to